Falling short. Issues of Uncle J.
No offense, but just looking at you, I would have no idea that you're so flexible, said Louise, a young, fit Chinese woman who coincidentally walked out of the gym at the same time as me. That's what years of consistent training will do, keep you flexible and agile, even when you put on a few, I joked. I see you all the time working so hard. I love my food, so at the very least I try to do something active every day. I'm so busy with work and uni that my visits to the gym are so inconsistent. To be honest, if I had your physique, I'd be a little inconsistent myself, I joked. Maybe we should be gym buddies. Are you sure? I mean, you probably don't have to do as much cardio as me. Well, I can join you during your weight training and stretching routine. Sure. Episode 17. Lost relationships I mourn. True friendship. When we don't hesitate to give each other advice, run to each other's aid, whether it's day or night. When we have a lot in common and generally have a laugh, in each other's company we are not scared to act stupid or incredibly daft. And in time of great difficulty, if we don't let each other slip, then we can say we have experienced true friendship. I remember one evening going to a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training session, feeling pretty bad about how I looked, the status of my career, as well as my love life. I was going through the motion of my normal routine, but my heart wasn't really into living at all. While wrestling with these feelings, I saw Kirby, a guy I once went to identity drama with, from a distance. Now, it's one of those situations that I wasn't sure if he saw me, and for me to be sure, I would have to get his attention in an elaborate way. In that moment, I chose to keep walking and abandon trying to make contact with him. By the time I got home from training, Kirby had defriended me on Facebook, which I am certain is because he felt I was shunning him. This episode with Kirby is the perfect example of a lost relationship I would mourn, because Kirby didn't do anything to me really, but because life was giving me a beat down, I was unable to hold on to his friendship. Now I have lost a lot of relationships, in every sense of the word, that have ended because of betrayal, people looking down on me, judging, choosing to believe lies about me, or just devaluing me altogether. And initially, losing those relationships might hurt, but in the grand scheme, can be seen as nothing but a blessing in disguise. But even with losing relationships that could easily be seen as detrimental to me in some way, there's an element of the fact that if I was wiser, smarter, stronger, or had a better control of life in general, I'll be able to make the most of all relationships that come my way, particularly those that don't hold any threats. And I've had a few Kirby moments in my time, be it when I had to leave harsh environments like at Bentham Primary School, Caris Christian Center, Claysden Christian Center, and so on, or when I had to distance myself from good people simply because I didn't feel good about myself, like when I bumped into Tyre at a friend's wedding. He was my best friend when I was about 15, and at age 31, I avoided giving him my phone number because at the time I was ashamed about being unemployed and genuinely dissatisfied about life, but he probably thought I was being a snob. I find aspiring to have an existence that honors God helps a great deal, because you quickly realize that the things that most people use to value you with, such as how popular you are, how you look, how much money you have, or how successful people deem you to be, is completely irrelevant, which can immediately be seen just by looking at the existence of death in its mortal existence. However, with God, there is always an opening for you to serve Him, with the knowledge that He appreciates and values all you are and all you do for Him. How do I know this? Well, apart from giving my life to Jesus Christ and creating an avenue to speak and hear from God constantly, there is the fact that our life is filled with people we can help, whether they are far or near, or whether it's with a little or a lot. My anime life, episode 17. The afternoon that followed, Jay walked down a long country road at a normal pace to get some fresh air and meditate while heading in the direction toward the next area of the land he chose to explore. Need a ride? Said Anika as she pulled up beside him in a luxurious RV with the radio blaring out news regarding the new king's census. How can you afford this? Asked Jay as he sat in the passenger seat. Sold the house and got a home on wheels, responded Anika. Anika, what do you think is going to happen here? Asked Jay, now looking Anika dead in the eye. Anika responded by gently kissing him on the lips before saying, My picture is no clearer than yours, as far as we're concerned, but I do know we care for each other deeply, which is a good place to start. Besides, these wheels can be of good use while you're on your whole traveling hero thing. With the months that followed, Anika and Jay found themselves having picnics, freeing slaves, training together, and generally having a lot of fun. One evening, after taking out another criminal organization behind slave trade in a rural area, Jay walked towards a rendezvous point where the plan was to meet up with Anika, which was normal practice in situations like these. "What is this?" asked Jay calmly as he laid sight upon an assassin dressed like a modern ninja holding a sharp blade to Anika's throat in front of their mobile home. Jay, influenced by the love he had for Anika, made his next move in a fit of rage. Before the assassin could take his next breath, Jay had struck him so hard in the chest that the assassin's heart stopped instantly. In the moment that followed, he and Anika hit the floor dead. "Anika!" blurted out Jay as he rushed to her side, but his lover wouldn't respond. For reasons that were beyond him, Anika was dead. Falling Short's complete series can be found on JOMAJ Studios' YouTube channel. Falling Short is also available in paperback book format or on Kindle. To get your copy, email jomajstudios@gmail.com. That's jomajstudios@gmail.com.